The Kralax war cruiser Dominion's fist hung in the asteroid field like a predator waiting to strike. Commander Vexthor's 4 eyes gleamed with satisfaction as he watched the human supply vessel drift closer on his tactical display. Such primitive creatures, he clicked to his second-in-command. Their ship moves slowly, predictably. This will be effortless. The Kralax had conquered 17 species across the galaxy. Each had surrendered after the first demonstration of superior firepower. Humans would be no different. Vexthor had studied their transmissions, they sang songs about peace, broadcasted messages of friendship to the stars, and named their ships after concepts like hope and unity. Weak. Sentimental. Easy prey. Fire when ready, Vexthor ordered. The human vessel, a modest cargo hauler called the Montana, erupted in flames as plasma cannons tore through its hull. Vexthor's mandibles clicked in satisfaction. Then the wreckage exploded outward. Lieutenant Commander Jackson Riley had been waiting for this moment. The Montana hadn't been a supply ship, it had been bait. And the Kralax had swallowed it whole. All units, go hot, Riley transmitted from his actual position aboard the stealth frigate Retribution. The asteroid field came alive. What the Kralax had mistaken for space rocks were actually 30 human warships, their hulls covered in reflective camouflage, their reactor signatures masked by ingenious engineering. Humanity had learned deception in 1,000 wars on Earth. Now they brought those lessons to the stars. The Kralax cruiser's shields flared as railgun rounds, simple kinetic projectiles moving at a fraction of light speed, slammed into them. No exotic plasma, no fancy energy weapons. Just chunks of tungsten accelerated to devastating velocities. Vexthor's confidence evaporated. Impossible. Where did they? His question died as a second volley struck home. The Dominion's fist shuddered under the assault. Vexthor ordered evasive maneuvers, but the human ships moved with him, coordinating with a precision that seemed impossible. How could such a young species fight like this? He didn't know that humanity had spent 10,000 years perfecting the art of killing each other. Every tactic, every strategy, every innovation born from endless conflict had been catalogued, refined, and passed down. Humans didn't just study war, they lived it. Hull breach on decks 4 through 7, his weapons officer screamed. Marines. The humans were boarding. Sergeant Maria Gonzalez led her squad through the breach with practiced efficiency. Her exosuit amplified her strength tenfold, her helmet display highlighted enemy positions through walls, and her rifle, a weapon that would have seemed barbaric to most species, spit out hypersonic rounds that punched through Kralax armor like paper. The Kralax defenders were taller, stronger, with natural weapons that had evolved over millions of years. But Gonzalez and her team had something else, experience. Humanity's evolutionary arms race had been with itself, and that made them the most dangerous thing in the galaxy. Contact left. Private First Class Davis called out, dropping 2 Kralax with controlled bursts. They moved like water through the corridors, every member knowing their role, trusting their squad with absolute certainty. The Kralax fought bravely, but they fought as individuals. Humans fought as a single, lethal organism. Vexthor made his stand on the bridge. Around him, his remaining officers prepared for a final defense. They had numeric superiority here, 15 Kralax warriors against what scanners showed were only 6 human boarders. The door exploded inward. Gonzalez entered first, her shield taking the brunt of plasma fire. Behind her, Davis launched a microdrone that immediately mapped the room and transmitted targeting data to the entire squad. 3 seconds later, shaped charges adhered to support columns throughout the bridge. Surrender, Gonzalez said, her voice amplified through her helmet speaker. You have 5 seconds. Vexthor laughed, a harsh, clicking sound. We are 15. You are 6. We have superior positioning. What makes you think? 3 seconds. Your arrogance will. 1 second. Gonzalez's finger hovered over the detonator. Final chance. Vexthor looked into her helmet's visor and saw something that froze his blood. Not anger. Not hatred. Just cold, professional calculation. This human would kill them all without hesitation, without remorse, and sleep soundly afterward. He raised his primary arms in surrender. 12 hours later, Commander Vexthor stood in restraints aboard the human flagship Washington. Admiral James Blackwood sat across from him, reviewing reports on a datapad. Your ship will be returned to your government, Blackwood said without looking up. Your crew will be treated well, fed, given medical attention, and sent home. We're not monsters. Then why? Vexthor demanded. Why such overwhelming force? Why the deception? Blackwood finally met his gaze. Because we've been doing this to ourselves for our entire history. Every weapon, every tactic, every strategy you encounter today, we invented them to use against each other. We've fought wars over resources, territory, ideology, and sometimes for no good reason at all. We've nearly destroyed ourselves a dozen times. He stood, walking to the viewport overlooking Earth in the distance. You studied our transmissions and thought we were weak because we sing about peace. But you missed the important part, we sing about peace because we know the alternative. We've lived it. And we're very, very good at it. Vexthor's mandibles trembled. What should I tell my people? Tell them the truth, Blackwood said softly. Tell them that humans will be their friends, their trading partners, their allies. We'll share our music, our art, our culture. But also tell them this, he turned back to face the Kralax commander. Tell them that if they ever threaten us or our friends again, they'll discover that humanity's capacity for violence is matched only by our creativity in applying it. And tell them that we never, ever stop learning new ways to survive. Epilogue. The Kralax Empire never attacked human space again. Neither did anyone else. In the years that followed, humanity became known as the galaxy's most reliable allies and most terrifying enemies, a species that would bring food to your starving colony one day and rain hellfire on your invasion fleet the next. They had expected humans to be easy prey, soft and sentimental. They never expected humans to be this deadly.